I don't remember what we were doing in the ring with the Dudleys anyway. I don't remember how that started, but why was he allowed to come out and just win the tag titles?
So Tommy had no partner. Tommy had no partner. The Dudleys were leaving to go to the WWF. And
so the belts were on the line, and Tommy
had no partner. So
I couldn't remember. I honestly, I did not remember that, and I know I have this memory in the world, so I'm sorry. I do remember Raven and Sandman arguing who had the biggest pop for coming back after they left. And if you ask Raven, it was him, and if you ask Sandman, it was him.
It's a great debate. It's a fantastic debate.
It's riveting. I mean, you will just sit there like for hours and listen to this go back and forth. No, it was cool to be a part of it. It was cool to be in the ring. The crowd was electric, and New York was always a great crowd to be in front of anyway. But I don't know if anybody knew that Scotty was coming back. And so just him running out, like you can look and see people in the audience like, oh my God, Raven's back. Like it's so much better when no one has a clue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes the smart marks would know, or it would be, that's why it was so much better back then, because we didn't have all this internet bullshit to report and leak things. You know what I mean? Like It was very, very minimal, and you had the dirt sheets, but not everybody got them. Because back then, I think they had to be mailed to you, didn't they?
Well, they were by 99. No, you can get them online in 99. They still do them right now, but in 99, you can get them online. And I do believe that news had gotten out that he was leaving WCW. Or actually, I think he just abruptly left. Because they kind of did like one of those things, like, if you guys aren't happy here, you know, like, there's the door. And Raven was just like, well, peace out. You know, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody knew he was coming back that fast.
Or maybe they thought he was going to WWF at the time, or whatever they were called. I don't know.
Which by that time next year, he would be in WWF. So I'm sure it was kind of a transition point, you know, to his next step.
Did he went back to WWF after?
Yeah, he went back to WWF. I want to say honestly, it was either August or September the following year. And then he was there for a few years after that. But that night specifically, I mean, it's the beauty of that era, because you got the Dudleys leaving. So the fans, and this is how it always went, the fans gave you the tribute on the way, because they knew you were leaving. So there was kind of like we love you, but, you sold out kind of thing. But then the Dudleys,
they hated them, but then they welcomed them back with
turned on the fans and went nuts. And that's when they were like, we're taking these belts with us. And that's how the whole thing,
right. It's coming back
played
to me.
out.
Yeah.
So you didn't know he was going to be back?
I knew.
Okay.
I'm saying the crowd, fans.
Oh, I was thinking Paulie maybe swerved everybody.
I'm an insider, kid. I know everything. No, I think I knew. No, anytime, like I said before, anytime somebody left, I never felt bad about. I mean, I felt bad that we're losing a talent, of course, but I understood, they have to make their money. But when they came back, it was just like, wow, you know what I mean? And they welcome everybody. They shit on them when they leave, but then when they come back, everybody's welcome with open arms. And it was something about Paul, like, he knew business. And even if somebody went out on bad terms, unless he killed his mother or something, like, he would pretty much take people back. You know what I mean? So it's business. It's a business. You have to do what's best for your family. So sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side. That's the big thing.
What do you think about that pairing of Dreamer and Raven in terms of the whole run of ECW?
So here's my thing about it. I liked the fact that they continued the storyline that had happened years prior.
Right.
I did not like being a part of it, because it was like Beulah's squared. It was the second run, and I took the place of Beulah, which I hated. Right. I hate it. I didn't like the love triangle. I did it, because it was what was required of me. I wish they could have did it without involving the girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I would have preferred not to be involved in the triangle, but that was just my take on it. Like, when you think of Shane Douglas, you think of Francine. When you think of Tommy Dreamer, you think of Beulah. No one ever really mentions me with Tommy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the way it was. And while I loved working with Tommy, I just don't think we were a good match to be paired together. I think we were better opposing each other. I think we were better.
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And it just didn't work for me. I felt uncomfortable. I just didn't think it worked. So I would have loved seeing that angle rehashed without using me as the centerpiece.
So where would you rank?
My 2 cents.
Where would you rank that crowd reaction in terms of, like we said?
Okay, it was big.
Yeah.
It was big. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they chanted "Welcome back," and him as a heel jumps over the guardrail. Raven, I'm talking about, jumps into the crowd and does his pose, and he's hugging fans. And I'm like, dude,
you can't wipe the smile off his face. You see that in the clip.
Oh, he ate it up. He ate it up. There's something about being away and then getting into the ring and having a welcome back chant, or you still got it, or it just makes you feel good, especially when you're like old, like us, because we're all past our prime, and you do these indie shows and you hear people chant that stuff who still want to see you. It just makes you feel really good. So I think there's always a little bit of nerves coming back to a place where you left, and you say to yourself, are they going to accept me? They accept everybody. That ECW crowd accepted everyone. So they were good fans. We had the best fans in the world. We really